here comes here. Next episode, here from us. Talk about hate mail, transgender hate mail, homosexual hate mail, atheist hate mail. Basically, a bunch of videos of me reacting to screen caps of comments that I got off of YouTube and DeviantArt. Were basically that are in response to comments I've made against these, mostly comments I've made against these deviant lifestyles. Trigger warning: words like penis, vagina, uterus, ovaries, testicles, and vulva will be used in these videos. I am a Bible-believing Christian, so I say may take you off. There are people that say that Christian but don't believe the Bible, which really messes them up. What they say may take you off. There are people that say that God is evil, which is wrong, or God does not exist, which is wrong, and what they say may take you off. I have a bunch of screen caps on my big old giant screen over here that I did show you in a previous video. But I will be showing them to you because, like in the old hate mail show, because they can now are considered. Oh, my brother has informed me they can be considered evidence of harassment. Meaning, when someone is posting content saying that they want to end it all because they don't like the way the body looks or sounds or what biological function it does, normal biological function it does, like menstruate or something. And I say there's no need to do that. Here are the biblical reasons why I believe that. Here are this scientific reasons why I believe that. And they can say that's harassment because they're not thinking straight. They will be talk of names or icons of the people I'm debating against, because it's not about who said what, it's about what people who believe this way say and why I must stand against it. Okay. Now there's other comments sprinkled throughout, but mostly it's stuff against that are angry about me being against the homosexual or transgender or atheist lifestyle. Okay, so now we have someone who isn't thinking straight and basically decided to post a whole entire page of comments saying love is love, B word, which is the word they used to mean, it was originally used for a female dog, but unfortunately that word is now used to say that someone is weak, whiny, and it's female. It's a word that means female, so it's basically an insult to women to use that word. They need to stop using that word. That's what it's used for. So love is love, B word, which is bad, dude. Wasted the whole page of that. So they didn't really do much. It just spam. Just you say it once, that's one thing, but when you just spam it, it doesn't help your cause at all. It just makes you look bad. Continue on. And someone says God doesn't exist. Because some people say that God doesn't exist. And that's wrong. Well, they say me take you off. So let's continue on. And I say, yes, he does, and he's amazing. So the heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of God. Day after day they pour forth speech. Night, without speech or language, without sound to be heard. Their voices going out into all the earth. Their words to the end of the world. Psalms 19 through 4. 1 through 4. And someone says, I'm sorry, I want valid proof. Valid proof. I'm like, yeah. You know what else you can see the works of God's hands? People's lives. King David talks about it in his life. Psalms 23, 5 through 6. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. We have with oil, my cup overflows. Surely your goodness and love will follow me. All the goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life. And I will announce the Lord forever. And I have seen in my life. We're looking for a house to move into, and we continually have asked God to help us find one. Then last week, some people in my brother work for told me that there's a house available for us to move into. Now, you may say that was coincidence, but I believe that is God helping us to prosper because He loves us and wants the best for us. Now, that definitely went a different way than I thought it would back then, but here we are in a house now. So, yeah, there you go. And someone else says, I'm sorry, valid proof, which means stop referencing a fictional book, or a book I say is fictional because I don't like what it says, because it says what I'm doing is wrong. Continue on. And someone says, trans rights, and trans rights are ridiculous. And I say, I will never respect fear. I will never respect bigotry, says somebody. Good, then everything's fine. I say, no, it's not fine. You're being an A to random strangers just because they don't follow the same rules as you. When those rules are, when they're getting the rules wrong, yeah. He's like, yeah, call that out. As someone says, this person who says he's a girl now because he had surgery to look like one, doesn't work, says, hey you, I have a boyfriend and a girlfriend. Also, I just kissed him after having raunchy trans sex with them. And someone says, oh, F yes, so don't cuss. So I got rid of that word. And I say, well, that's a violation of several verses, so I'm just going to say you. And this dude says, well, you're probably wearing more than one fabric and eating pork or shellfish and not stoning obedient children to death, so I'm just going to say you too. Oh my God, whatever. And I say the punishment for those violations of the law of God were put on Jesus, so we don't have to take them out on ourselves. Take them on ourselves. It's still a good idea to avoid sin, so we can have a better life in this current, a better time in this current life. And someone says, I just kissed my girlfriend after having sex with her. And I say, wait, what reproductive organs are you born with? If they're not the same as your girlfriend's, then there's no problem. It's this girl says, I was born with a woman ovaries, and I say, that is a violation. Then there's a problem. Homosexual acts are forbidden by the Bible. I don't give an F. I don't cuss like I read that word. And someone then the dude says, and the Bible is forbidden by unicorns. Doesn't mean you have to abide by their rules. Now does it? I'm gonna go my capital colon 3. And someone says, I love my MG wife so much. And someone says, hey, guess what? I wear his underwear. And I'm in a relationship with a woman, and I'm female. Come at me, bro. And I say, that is not cool. Homosexual acts are forbidden in the Bible. If you're born with ovaries and you're having sex with someone who was born with ovaries, that is a sin. Straight up. Straight up, jerk. They don't like hearing that because, that convicts them. That's wrong. Because that's saying what they're doing is wrong. They don't like hearing that because, of course, it means that harshes on their meadow. Someone says, I don't give an F. It's fun, bad. Fun. Yeah, there'll be good fun, but there's bad fun. So get away from that. Open your mind and get your butt out of the Bible once in a while. Don't cuss. I change that word. And I'm like, no. And into the wages of sin, which is death. No way. I say. You say living a life of sin is unhealthy. It is. Have you ever wondered that maybe these minor, they're minor, they're major, very dangerous. Minor things aren't unhealthy at all, and then you make yourself look like an idiot. I'm like, they're major things, and you got to stay away from those. It's the bad news. Then someone wastes their time by posting lyrics of some nasty song on the air. I'm not going to even dignify it with looking at it without talking about it. So let's go. And someone else says, every comment you post is pure gold, just saying. So there's multiple people that are angry at me talking to each other now. Every comment you post is pure gold, just saying. Someone says, thank you. And someone says, XD. And someone says, this douchebag is probably going to throw Bible verses at me. Oh, yeah, I am. And someone says, probably, because that's all he can do. God doesn't approve of this, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, a lot of people said that in my book. They never did well for them. God doesn't approve of blah, blah. Like, shut the F up, says this person. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. And someone says, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Using religion as an excuse to cower behind the screen and prey on the innocent is not okay. I'm not doing that. It's not only a generic awful thing to do, but also giving God a bad name to say that what he says not to do in the Bible is wrong. Says what he says is wrong in the Bible is giving him a bad name. I know it isn't. Continue on. I advise you to get the F off this site. Stop terrorizing innocent people. And I say, let's see if I'm giving God a bad name. Deuteronomy 22:5. A woman must not wear men's clothing. I think I didn't say it right. Woman must not wear men's clothing. A woman must not wear men's clothing. And a man must not wear nor a man wear men's clothing. For the Lord your God detests anyone who does this. And this is why God would not. And here's why God would detest people who do this. Proverbs 12:22. Lying lips are abomination to the Lord. They truly are his delight. There's only the liable reproductive organs you were born with, because when someone hates on them. When someone hates on you for them, that's not because something is wrong with your body. It's because they're ignorant of the truth. Psalms 139:14. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. God did not make a mistake when he made their bodies male or female. So there's no need to transition. Someone says, when you sit there and say homophobic stuff and say that's what God once says, because it's in the Bible, it gives them a bad image. But it's what's in the Bible. The Bible is a book. Yes, a book filled with the truth of how awesome God is. Eyewitness accounts of talking about how awesome God is. A effing book that has been edited. But still tells the truth. Continue on. By the way, I blocked you. Enjoy. I'm like, so you can't heckle me anymore? I'm like, yeah. Eat that. Some people have actually unblocked me so they can continue to hate on me. This is an awesome system. Continue on. Someone says, hey, isn't the internet amazing? How we as people are able to communicate pretty much anyone, regardless of where they are. How we are able to notify people of our daily lives. But you, sir, are abusing your right to the internet. You're favoriting pedophilic images, according to a person who is lying about it. And targeting transgender people, yes, because what they're doing is wrong. Gotta stay away from it. The amount of hypocrisy and ignorance that you have is absolutely unbearable, because I say it is. And I say, how is it pedo when the people in them are not real or even nude? Hard facts there. And someone said, just because they're not real life children, Immediately, not as not a crime. Doesn't mean they're not children. Well, true, but yeah, you're gonna go after someone who's basically made it. Say I'm nasty for favoriting video fan art of someone who is a robot,